Disney decides that it is going to let itself be taken over by the LGBTQIA plus minus divided by sign, little caret thingy, little squiggly that goes above the letters in Spanish group, when they decide that they're going to allow their company to be renormalized by the radical trans activists inside the company, they lose business. And they will lose business, and they should lose business. And this just demonstrates, once again, America's biggest corporations are being held hostage by the woke because they are cowards. They're absolute cowards. See, here's the thing about working here at the Daily Wire. We pay you to work here. You do not dictate to us how the company is run. That's absurd.
I think it's absolutely insane to think that employees have no rights in a workplace, have no say over how they're treated. But this is a guy who wants labor to have absolutely no power. Never forget it. Never forget also, as was pointed out by Jorby in the chat, the right has two versions of one joke. I identify as an attack helicopter, and LGBTQ JD, they're putting other things there. They got symbols and stuff. We're talking about people's fundamental humanity. I know that it's a joke to people like Ben Shapiro, but these people don't want to be erased from public consciousness, erased from discussion. They don't want the kids of gay couples to feel like outcasts. So look, some people have expectations for a massive corporation like Disney. By the way, so does he. So the ruse, the con that is baked into everything that Ben Shapiro was saying there is, it is wrong of these leftists to believe that a corporation should care about what they want. And how dare you threaten Disney with retracting your support if they don't give you what they want. Also, if Disney doesn't support our side, we're gonna bankrupt them. That's the con. You have to support our politicians, our legislation, our values. That's just reasonable. I mean, it's in the Bible. Them expecting you to do the same with reasonable, humane policies, that's craziness. So just don't miss what Ben Shapiro is doing there. But Brett, I wanted to give you a chance to jump in before we transition to the important part of this.
Dude, like trucker protest. You're on the side of the truckers telling the companies what to do. You can't do a mandate. This is not my point. This is what JR said this morning. Like mask mandates, all that stuff. If the companies are gonna say you need to wear a mask if you're on the production line, which is it? That's a safety standard. I have a video coming up on Rebel HQ when we've got of Sarah Palin saying that that the Vice President Kamala Harris should go to an oil field because they have great standards for safety there. It's like, yeah, because labor movements.
Because labor, yes.
Because all of that, you total moron. And also, he always says, oh, people in this longer version of that, he says that, oh, you're gonna kowtow to people because they want to cosplay. A man wants to cosplay as a woman. Ugh. Like, dude, I'm a Jewish human being. You wear a yarmulke, you're cosplaying. You have an outfit that you wear based on your personal identity, right? Why can't you let someone else have that same freedom, you total idiot? And if I were to call what you're doing stupid cosplaying, you might say, Brett, stop being a jerk to me. And that's fine. And I think I should stop being a jerk to you. Why don't you stop being such a jerk to people who just want to live their life according to their beliefs and who they are as individuals? Isn't that the fundamental underpinning of your concept of liberalism?
Yeah.
The individual over the collective. Let those individuals live their lives.
I think that sounds very reasonable. And we believe that employees should be able to have a say like this. And in fact, in this case, he hates the fact that this walkout is happening because we have now gotten to the point where employees of Walt Disney have staged walkouts as well as coordinated social media campaigns. Yesterday, you can see right there the walkout happening. There had been a week of what were being called abbreviated walkouts during scheduled breaks, during part of what's being called Disney Do Better. But now it's progressed to full-on walkouts to demonstrate how much they care about this, their passion for this issue, and their lack of interest in being affiliated with a company that is paid massive amounts of money by people who believe that it's like family friendly and whatever, but is in fact supporting politicians who are passing legislation, not just in Florida, but in multiple states, to say that we like certain sorts of families. The rest, I guess we can't technically outlaw you. So at the very least, we're gonna shove you in the closet, shut up, don't talk about what your family is like, we're not interested. As long as Disney is supporting politicians like DeSantis, that is what the message that they're sending to their employees and to their fan base. And so we've got some more photos we can show you of the walkouts happening. Love to see that. We want to see employees getting organized, whether it's about their conditions inside of the job, what their job is doing, all of that. Now, Disney has put out a response saying, to all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disney Parks Experiences and Products is committed to creating experiences that support family values for every family and will not stand for discrimination in any form. We oppose any legislation that infringes on basic human rights and stand in solidarity and support our LGBTQIA+ cast, crew, and Imagineers and fans who make their voices heard today and every day. That's the statement that they've got out now. It has been an evolving statement over the past couple of weeks because back on the 7th, we're not gonna run you through every step. I'm sure you've been following to some extent, but the CEO of Disney was very defensive initially about being criticized over supporting politicians in Florida and all of that. And it's steadily gotten better as there's been more and more sustained pressure, including, by the way, a big drop off in their stock price. So I'm sure that probably had the most causal impact, but people care about this stuff. And they're right to. I don't think that that's anything to be ashamed about, no matter how much Ben Shapiro might screech about it. What do you think, Brett?
That statement has evolved because of pressure, and in that evolution, it has gotten better. And I think Ben Shapiro would support. I would think that he would support some kind of freedom of speech protections for employees to improve things. Also, he said in his statement, listen, we run the company, we tell you what to do. If you told us how to run the company, that would be ridiculous. Listen, I've been an employee at many companies, and if I told them how to run a department that I have no knowledge about, that makes sense. But according to Ben Shapiro's own logic, he could tell his employees to walk into a fire.
Yeah.
And if they said that sounds dangerous, he would say, that is absurd that you would tell me how to run my company.
Mm-hmm.
There are fundamental protections for people. And also, like, Disney, to say that Disney is insanely woke is not the truth. Disney is insanely cautious. There's statements from the Pixar employees who say, yeah, we try to put some kind of LGBTQ friendly things into these movies, and at every time we're told to stop. I've worked with Disney many times. There are so many restrictions. It's true. Like, I tried to put a monkey in a video and they said, you have to do a drawing of a monkey and don't get us started on our history with primates. Like, I was like, I don't know what that is, but they have a lot of very specific rules because
I don't know what that is either, unless you're talking about the multiple racist depictions that they've done of different people. Is that what you're talking about?
Handling of animals on set, basically.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And the way that you anthropomorphize monkey or primates in ways that you wouldn't with other animals, you would treat animals more like. Anyways, there's a lot of. There's a lot. There's just like, especially orangutans was in one of the bylaws. I was like, I have no clue, but apparently there was a very specific orangutan incident. But but they are if corporations are people, they're people that want to stay alive. And so they'll do a lot of things to stay alive, and they'll sacrifice people if they feel like they're being if they need to be opportunistic to stay alive. And all we're saying is like, yo, if you want to stay alive, you got to treat people better.
Yeah.
Or we'll withhold our commerce. I feel like that's a pretty above board, straightforward relationship. And believe me, these companies will find the lowest common denominator, the best approach to minimize risk. They have tons of actuaries who do that all stinking day.
Yeah.
And as a result, we'll get better. It'll get better.
Yeah. And I will only close by reminding you that you being willing to withhold your financial support if they don't support your values is exactly what he is telling his side to do while shaming you for doing that. So don't miss it.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.